Hi, I'm John Bolger. I'm Application Modernization and Integration Lead at version 1. I think the first thing that we should call out is that absolutely generative AI has brought a fresh AI summer, right? But the truth of it is that we have to remember that AI has been around a long time, and it's been in banking a long time. And banks have been using it successfully for many years for lots of things, like improving efficiency through automation and computer vision, or detecting fraud through machine learning, and providing better customer service through automated KYC or chatbots deployed on websites. So AI is not new, right? But for sure, we have to accept that Gen AI and the latest wave and the latest craze and hype around AI has caught the attention of C-suite and created fresh interest, funding and support for AI-based initiatives. So while we see Gen AI is particularly relevant for back office productivity gains, we expect that as a rising tide lifts all boats, we'll see renewed focus on usage of AI across the board in banking. This is a very hot topic and very sensitive area for banking, right? If we look back, ChatGPT was introduced to the world in 2021, I believe, right? And since then, we've all been scrambling to understand what does that mean and what's the impact on the regulatory framework for safe and effective usage of that. And since then, we've seen the likes of the EU fast-tracking their AI Act in order to try and catch up with innovation, right? The UK announcing ambitious plans to make the UK a centre for AI innovation with pro-innovation regulations and trying to make a play for being the centre of AI, right? However, with all that said, banks are cautious, and rightly so, in how they roll out this technology. And we've already seen examples of where Gen AI has caused major issues. For example, when Air Canada had to pay out because Gen AI made up a claims policy out of thin air, and it was ruled in the customer's favour that they were liable for that. So we can see that this stuff has dangers associated with it, and we need to be very careful around the usage of that and the safe and effective usage and the use cases where we apply that technology. There's mass excitement about Gen AI lately, and banks are being pushed by customers, but also maybe by business users and by board to make use of that and to keep up. Compliance and IT are more apprehensive and want to ensure that they can roll this out safely and securely. For me, also, what I think, what we don't help ourselves in that we talk about AI too broadly, and in very generalized terms. But the thing about it is, if we think of AI for automated invoice processing, we're completely fine with that, right? So it really we need to stop thinking about it in terms of the technology and much more about the problem we're trying to solve and what technology we can use. And I think that will maybe help frame the conversation. The most exciting in this space really is around generative AI, and that's what all the excitement is in the last couple of years and what's driving the AI summer, right? And we can see it has particular capabilities around understanding text and predicting and generating text, and that has specific impacts for things like productivity enhancements and enabling new levels of hyper-automation, where we can combine traditional robotic process automation with AI to further automate the decision-making process and automate more and more of the business processes. And that will take away more and more of the mundane work. And we're already seeing that with customers where we've rolled out Gen AI initiatives that target that exact use case, that's allowing them to redeploy their staff into other areas of work because the Gen AI is actually taking some of that mundane work away. So absolutely, back office productivity gains through Gen AI is something that's really going to have a major impact on banking when we learn to frame it in the right way and we have the policies and frameworks to roll it out effectively. From my conversations with banking organizations, legacy technology is a massive problem. And I think that using Gen AI as a low-risk starting point that delivers real value for banks is something that is recognised. I think we're still working through regulatory compliance and AI policies that banks can, embrace and use, and they're still a little bit reticent to make further usage of Gen AI. But using it to modernise legacy code base is a low risk and safe approach, and something that starts to allow them to deliver real value immediately. So for me, that's the key trend that I'm seeing and that our customers are interested in.